think I was on mute. Welcome. I'll try again. Welcome, everyone. And it's my honor to welcome all of you to the first installment of our Spring 2022 JAMI Career Connect series. As you know, our topic for today is higher ed teaching and how you can get your foot in the door. My name is Yas Hardaway, and I'm the Executive Director of Career Services at GSEP. And this session is a co-partnership between Career Services and Alumni Relations. So before we get started, some of you may be wondering, what is JAMI? JAMI is a Swahili term for community, and our JAMI communities of practice are programs that help you connect to industry-specific information, as well as a larger career community of alumni. In the fall, we host our JAMI Career Webinar Series, which are moderated Q&A panels. And in the spring, we host our JAMI Career Connect series, which are interactive learning sessions. So the format today is that you'll have an opportunity to hear introductions from all of our speakers, and then be able to choose the breakout room that you would like to go to have more of an intimate Q&A with an opportunity to switch rooms to hear from other speakers as well. So our learning outcomes for today, what we hope that you will get from this time together is just to learn about the different pathways into higher ed teaching and administration, both for psychology and education. We have alumni representatives from both divisions. And then also to learn how to position yourself as a competitive candidate within the higher education sector. I also just want to make note that recording is in progress, but the breakout room discussions will not be recorded. And then we do have a live transcription provided as well. So without further ado, please allow me to introduce my colleague, Dr. Renee Dorn, who will introduce our speakers and kick us off today. Dr. Dorn.
Thank you so much, Yaz. I am so proud to introduce our speakers for today. Not only are they all GSEP alums, but two of them are double alums. So let me start with our first double alum, Dr. Ashley E. Coleman. Good afternoon, Dr. Coleman.
Good afternoon, Dr. Dorn, and welcome everyone. I'm so happy to be here. As Dr. Dorn mentioned, I am a double alum of the MFT and PsyD programs. Currently, I am a tenure track professor at University of the West, and I am the Emeritus Department Chair. I just finished my 3-year service as Department Chair. In that role, I have the opportunity to teach classes in our undergraduate and graduate programs. We have an MFT program. In addition, I had the opportunity and privilege to pay forward what Dr. Tama Bryant-Davis and what Dr. Shelley Harrell did for me by collaborating with my graduate students to conduct research and present at conferences. And then I also get to do what my favorite thing to do is mentor students. In addition to that academic role, I pivoted during the pandemic and am a member of Thriving Center of Psychology of Private Practice in the West Los Angeles area.
That's fantastic. Thank you, Dr. Coleman. And if you are interested in hearing more from Dr. Coleman, you'll be able to speak to her in one of the breakout rooms. All right, thank you. Our next speaker is Dr. Farzeen Majidi. Hello, Dr. Majidi.
Well, good afternoon to everyone. It's my pleasure to be here. I too hold the honor of being a double alum of Pepperdine, MBA in EDD Institutional Management. I served as the Associate Dean of School of Education. The job of Associate Dean includes hiring faculty, grooming faculty, mentoring, that whole developing your intellectual background with the faculty. Assessment, program evaluations, accreditations, compliance, program development, course development, working closely with marketing and recruitment. Basically, loosely put, Chief Academic Officer of the Education Division. I've been serving in that position for 6 years before that, and still my main passion is to be a teacher and on the faculty. I've been on the faculty for close to 23 years. both at the School of Business for some time, and then I came to GSEP, and that has been a dream for me come true. Glad to be here today.
Thank you, Dr. Majidi. Next, we have Dr. Jennifer Agatep.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Dorn. Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Jennifer Agatep. Currently, right now, I work as the Director of Admissions at Pacific Northwest University of Health Sciences in the state of Washington. And so I oversee recruitment and admissions for our Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine, our Masters of Medical Science, and our new program, Doctor of Physical Therapy. And in addition to that, I currently am an adjunct faculty member for Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. And so I teach Introduction to English Composition and English Composition. And also I'm a founder and an education consultant for Agatep Consulting. And so my specialty is admissions. And so I help students try to get into top tier universities in United States. But predominantly right now, I work with a lot of international students. And so I use my dissertation that I've used when I was at Pepperdine to utilize holistic admissions approaches for my career, for basically almost all of my positions at this point. So it's a pleasure to meet all of you.
Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Next, we have Dr. Latrissa Nyworth. Dr. Nyworth.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. Hi.
Hello, everyone. It's so great to be here with you. And I too am an alum from Pepperdine from the EDOL program. And I am currently the Dean of Business at Warner Pacific University, which is a small Christian university in Portland, Oregon. And if any of you have ever worked or want to work in a small university, I work with every department. Okay, so we are a jack of all trades when we're in an administrative role in these small universities. This discussion today is even more timely for me because I'm in the process actually of moving up. I just received a promotion and I will be moving to a different university where I will be the Dean of the School of Business, Leadership and Technology. So I'll be able to use more of my broad array of skills there. So I'm super excited. They have online undergrad and graduate programs. So I'll still be working in multiple modalities with lots of different students. In my free time, which I have a little bit of, I still really enjoy working with doctorate students. So I've been a chair for many dissertations. I still do some doctoral teaching. I work sometimes for Pepperdine in that role, which I'm super proud of. I've also worked for Grand Canyon University, Portland State, the University of Washington, as well. So those are some of, like I say, when I have time, I don't always have time, given wearing so many hats. But I am so happy to be here with all of you and to help share what I've learned in this journey about how to get a job in higher ed. So I think that this will be a good conversation for us.
Thank you so much for being with us, Dr. Nyworth. Thank you. And last but not least, we have Dr. Wayna Chin. Hello, Dr. Chin. Thank you for being with us today.
Hi, Dr. Dorn. Hi, everyone. It's such an honor to be here. My name is Wayna Lee Chen. I'm an immigrant from China, born, raised, and third generation Korean. So I am also double alumni from Pepperdine. I graduated from MA in educational psychology in 2014. And last year, I graduated from PhD in global leadership and change. So I started as a K-12 teacher in language teaching. Then in 2017, I got this opportunity to teach at Pepperdine even when I was a student. Then I became an adjunct professor, and now I'm full-time teaching at Pepperdine Education Division. Mostly I'm working with master students, enjoy teaching, enjoy doing all the lesson plans. And the other part of me is to support TESOL students in their practicum placement. And I like to do research to help students to do conference presentations as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much to all of you for joining us today. Now that you heard a little bit from each of our speakers, hopefully that'll give you an idea of maybe some of the questions that you'd like to ask them when you go into these breakout rooms. So I'm going to pass everything over to Kate, and she will facilitate our breakout rooms.
Thank you, Dr. Dorn. So at this point, I invite you all to our breakout rooms via the button located at the bottom of your Zoom window. Each of our panelists will be in their very own room. So you'll have the opportunity to select which room you would like to enter and join in a conversation and Q&A with the selected panelist. After 15 minutes, we will announce a room switch where then you can pick another room to go into with a different panelist. We have some sample questions here and we'll put them into the chat as well for you to all to refer to. And as a reminder, these breakout rooms will not be recorded. So I invite you all to now begin joining the rooms. And if you have any questions or difficulties joining, Yaz and I will be staying in this main room and you can ask us to put you into a room. So it should all be set up. Let's see. Yes, at the very bottom, you should see each of the panelists' names and you can begin joining. Thank you.
Well, thank you all. I heard some really enriching conversations and some really great advice. So people were sharing different programs to be able to get experience with teaching and mentorship, suggestions like guest lecturing, reaching out to faculty or administrators through your dissertation process. So really great advice that might help you get your foot in the door. So the conversations don't have to end today, but hopefully this got you thinking about different strategies that maybe you hadn't thought about or tried before. So now we are going to switch gears and just provide an overview of our resources. So I will have one of my team members, Kate Scott, speak on behalf of Career Services, and then I'll invite my colleague, Sophia Enriquez, to talk about alumni relations. So Kate, please feel free to kick us off.
Thank you. And I hope everyone had some great conversations in those rooms. I'll transition to recapping those resources we offer. So Handshake is GSEP's career portal where I have access to job postings, resources, and event information related to career services. So you should be able to access Handshake through WaveNet or through the direct link, which we will put into the chat. And from there, you'll be able to access thousands of curated job postings nationwide. So you have a lot of options to search specific keywords, location, and full-time, part-time, or graduate assistantships. So any of those graduate assistantships, teaching assistantships, or research assistantships would be there for you to apply. Then we also have events where you can see many upcoming career-related events happening at Pepperdine. You may have registered for this event on there, but there's always numerous things happening at Pepperdine, including virtual events posted by employers. So I encourage you to stay updated on that end. We also have a tab for resources where you can see a ton of different resources to help you along your career path. We have everything from cover letter and resume tips and samples to informational interview guides and sample interview questions for both education and psychology students. Under the Career Center tab, you can also schedule an appointment with one of our team members at Career Services. We're here to help you with all of your career-related needs and anything from clarifying your direction and goals to updating your resume and helping you prepare for an interview. If you have any difficulties making an appointment, please email us and I'll be happy to look into it. We also review and provide feedback on the first resume that you upload to your profile on Handshake, so I recommend that you take advantage of that. And we also have LinkedIn Learning. So this is a professional development resources that is related to and accessible by all faculty, staff, and current students for free. So LinkedIn Learning offers access to an extensive collection of online courses taught by instructors with real-world experience. You can watch courses on business, creative, and technology skills and experience learning tailored to you at your own pace. Also, Pepperdine has recently announced that faculty, staff, and students can now also take advantage of Coursera, which is another online platform hosting more than 2,000 professional development courses, allowing community members to expand their resumes. So all you need is a Pepperdine email to access both of those online resources. Popular topics at Pepperdine are time management, data analytics, Microsoft Excel, diversity and inclusion, and teamwork. So sign in and learn something new today. And I'll now pass it on to Sophia to review Pep Connect. Thank you.
Thank you, Kate. That was such great information. Thank you so much to everyone for joining us today. Right now, I'm going to talk about Pep Connect because during my breakout room, we really talked about networking and the importance of that, and also the importance of having a mentor. So Pep Connect is a platform for all Pepperdine members, students, faculty, staff, alumni. We have over 6,000 members on there, representing more than 63 countries and 4,500 companies. Pep Connect creates life-changing connections for thousands of alumni and students across the global Pepperdine network. You can find a mentor there, be a mentor, also find and re-engage with fellow students and alumni. You can expand your Pepperdine network to meet people and also find jobs on there and post your business. So I really recommend for all of you to sign up for Pep Connect. You can either get the app or like Yas is showing us here, you can also do it through your desktop. It's a really great way to reconnect and just leverage your network more. So thank you. And I'll hand it back to Yas. I think you're muted, Yas.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you so much for sharing those resources. So hopefully you saw those in the chat and you all will be able to take advantage of those. They're free for you. Okay, so let's take a look now at the resources that you have available. As I mentioned earlier, that you have access to our GME Career Connect Drive. And so I will go ahead and put that drive link here. Let's see, our participant drive link. Okay, there we go. I'll go ahead and put that in the chat. And so you will have a link to the recording. And as I mentioned, the breakout rooms were not recorded, but at least you can see the introductions from our panelists today, as well as the document that provides a speaker lineup with their bios and their photos, as well as along with their a link to their LinkedIn or their website. So what is next? Our next GME Career Connect event is on March 30th, and it's on top secret career paths. So we have alumni who have landed jobs in government, specifically for the CIA, the FBI, and the Federal Bureau of Prisons. So if you are interested in entering government, come here. These great alumni talk about their experience and just receive some helpful tips in being able to do that yourself as well. So how was today's session? It's really helpful for us to be able to hear from you how these sessions are. We actually get our topic ideas from all of you. So the topics that we have for our Spring Career Connect is based on feedback that we have from our participants. So please feel free to take a few moments and just to fill out our survey and provide us with that feedback. And I will also put that for you all in the chat so that you have access to that as well. Evaluation. And then I will, if you're interested in signing up for the next GME Career Connect session, I'll also put the handshake link, and then you can just also keep a lookout. If you're not a student or alumni, you'll receive information about how to register via Fontiva. Oh, Sophia just put that in the chat. Great. Thank you so much, Sophia. Okay, so.
Sorry to butt in, but quick question on the next, on the March 30th event.
Sure.
Would they talk also about forensic psychologists working with the government or the FBI?
For the, yes. Oh, will they specifically be? Yes, they will be forensic psychologists.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Good question. I just wanted to invite you all to follow us on social media, and I put in the chat the different social media accounts. This is a really great way to stay connected to what's happening at GSEP, but it's also a really great networking opportunity. So by following, by commenting, by liking, by starting your own conversations on topics that are important and relevant to you, it's a great way for you to get visibility, but also to expand your online network as well. So I encourage you to follow us on one of these handles. So I just wanted to thank all of you again for being here today. And I just want to once again thank our panelists. They have volunteered their time to be able to share their wisdom and their insight and their own personal experiences in entering higher ed and being successful in their roles. And so I think that really speaks to their own commitment to education and helping empower others to be able to actualize their aspirations. So thank you again to our panelists. And we hope to see you in March for our next GME Career Connect session. And that's it for today. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.